So hopefully you can hear me here. It's a bit windy today. I'm down at Saligo Beach on the Isle of Islay, and it's been quite a stormy day for the rest of today. I'm trying to catch the sunlight. It's now probably 5 minutes to the sun sets. There was a little bit of colour in the sky, but it's just disappeared on us. I'm at a place that I have loved to come and photograph over the years, and there's some lovely detail in the rock here. It's very, very old Louisian gneiss with a bit of phyllites in it and lots of folding. If you go around the coastline here, just where that darker shape is, there's some fantastic buckling effects of where the magma has come up and it's buckled and pushed as it meets the other plates. But I thought I would come down here and maybe try a little bit of stormy photography. Light's not great, but it means I can get some slightly slower shutter speeds than I would in broad daylight. And I'm at a section that I have to keep an eye on. The beach over here to my right hand side, you can see that spray coming in now. There's a massive riptide here. If you head out to my left hand side there, you're heading off to Ireland. And I've really got to keep an eye on what's going on with the water. Never ever really turn your back to the water as much as you can help it. So I'm going to take a couple of shots here, see if I can snap the waves coming in and spraying up over the top. The tide's going out, and over here where the rocks are splashing onto it, it's kind of nice, but we're at probably just gone sunset now, heading into blue hour. Just keeping an eye on that water. It looks as if it's coming up, so I'm going to stay back here and set up my camera from here. So just as I'm setting up my camera, just like to point out, I'm shooting at the Olympus EM1 Mk, and I've got a Patagonia sling on my back here, and basically I've got my full camera kit in here. So I've got this little bag here, I've got my lens, I've got my action camera that I'm taking pictures with, but I've also got a 12 to 100 lens on at the moment, f.4. 20mm Pro, and then I've got a 40 to 100 with a couple of doublers. So I've got my full range of kit in this tiny little bag here, waterproofed, and it gives me the ability to travel fast and light. And that's one of the reasons why I like to shoot with the Olympus. Now, on a stormy day like today, not having lots of kit and being able to move fast and light, the benefit of the EM1 Mk is that it's also weatherproofed as well. So I'm not overly concerned that it might rain. But I'm going to get on with taking the shots. So I'm just a little bit concerned that I'm going to get cut off with the tide here. So I've moved back a little bit to try and get this shot, and then I think I'm going to have to make a fast exit. So the weather really has turned for the worst now. I'm really pushing it to get this shot, but I'll give it a go, and then I think I will call it a day at that. So I'm just holding my cloth over the lens just now. There's a lot of sea spray coming in, and I'm conscious of the fact that the sea is building quite high behind me, but maybe we'll get the shot. One more, there we go. That's it. I really am getting the spray in now. Torrential rain. And I think that's a wrap. As much as I've got a waterproof camera, sometimes you just have to call it a day. The beauty of this setup is I can get kitted up really quickly, move on, not have to worry about my gear. Well, I'm not sure if you're going to hear me now, but I'm having to move on. The waves are just getting too close to me, and the light's gone now. So as much as it would be nice to stay here for a little bit more, you can see here that we're fighting a losing battle with the waves. If I run through here, hopefully not get caught up in the swell. It's a massive riptide here. I was here a few years ago where you can see the tide just ripping right out. Now this is the west coast of Islay, and pretty much you've got the North Channel coming out from the mainland of the UK, squeezing out past Ireland through that narrow gap, and then coming round the north here, and then next stop Nova Scotia over that way there. So some fierce tides, and it's definitely not a place to go swimming in. Back to the car now, a bit of a washout. I knew that was always a chance today, but shooting with an Olympus camera, I got the EM1 Mk, and one of the beauties of that camera is it's weatherproof. So I'm not too concerned about the camera. I've got pro lenses on as well. I was shooting tonight with a 12 to 100 lens, just to give me some ability from wide angle to, or reasonably wide angle to zoomed in. I suppose the beauty, and the light's not great, so I'm not sure how good this video is going to be, but the beauty of shooting with this system is that it gives me the ability to carry all my camera gear in one little case. We'll just find the keys here. So I've got a Patagonia Sling 10 litre. Now in that camera bag I've got my full, pretty much my full kit, give or take a couple of lenses. So I've got a 8 to 25mm, I've got my 20mm at 1.4 aperture, so I've got a nice, almost what the human eye sees. I've got my EM1 Mk with a 12 to 100, and then I've got my trusty 40 to 150. Now that gives me the ability to shoot all the different focal lengths in one little package and carry it on conditions like today where it's really wet and miserable. But I hope you've enjoyed this introduction to my first attempt at a landscape photography vlog. It's not my favourite style of photography as much as I'm out in the Scottish landscape all the time. I tend to shoot at the middle of the day, and I have been wanting to come and shoot sunset at Saligo Beach for a long time. Unfortunately we didn't get any sunset today. But I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you the next time. See you.